Alright, today is Monday, and I didn't think I would have much of a mail day, but I actually have some stuff that came in. Something I didn't get around to showing in one of the last videos here. We'll do that first. Yes, mail came in, one purchase came in, a package from Byron that came in, and I've got a package going out to him eventually in the next few days. Hopefully, I was hoping my stamps would get here, but I have other stamps here. I just was going to try to make the package all really kind of colorful looking here. The first thing I got in was from the Goodwill bin store, and nobody buys playing cards there unless they have some sort of vintage collectible ability. So I grabbed them. Again, you just never know what people are going to be grabbing. But this is Golf Digest. Places to play of USA Golf here, and it just says 52 signature holes from 52 of the best courses you can play. Hoping I would get all of these back, but these would be great, and they're they're glossy, but they have the right kind of paper. Hopefully the golf players will not autograph the back of the I guess that's the socks or whatever, the gargoyle socks. But yeah, all these golf clubs here, really cool. I don't think the local golf club is here, but you just never know. But you know, I will try to see if I can find people who won at these courses here, and then hopefully I can get them to autograph that card there, along with whatever card I have to send out. You know, obviously doing my homework, making sure that, and this one obviously is not a card to get signed here. That one there, and then some sort of Golf Digest star rating system. I don't think I need to get that one. There's a Joker. I don't know. Front 9, back 9. I don't know if anybody will get to sign the Jokers there, but there's those. Greenbrier, Boulders Club. Hopefully you can see these here. They're all photographs of these clubs. So even Penn should hopefully take to these. So that's really awesome. They're not necessarily on the typical playing card stock as you would think they would be. I mean, sort of, kind of, but not like that kind of thick plastic. They're not plastic coated. So that's really good. Really cool. And if you ever find these for a good price here, it's called Golf Digest Places to Play. And this is a really cheap alternative. Let me just, I mean, I might, if they're worth a lot of money, I will show you at the end of the video here. But just started to open some of my stuff here. Here's a care package from Byron with all kinds of interesting stickers on there. Cruella de Vil stamp. I believe that's Cruella de... No, that's not Cruella de Vil. It's not Cruella de Vil. So what's her name? I can't remember if she's still alive. The woman from Little Mermaid, the evil villain. Again, it escapes me right now. But there is that. Very cool. And like I said, I have stuff going out, but it just was trying to get it all tidied up and everything. So what did he send? Let's see. We've got Garfield stickers. I know I have a nephew who would probably fight me over those if he knew I had those, but they don't really watch this channel there. So there's that one there. And then, well, maybe two nephews. I think I have two nephews who would fight me. And then there's Lilo and Stitch. I think I have a niece who would probably fight me for those. And then all of my nieces and nephews would fight me for these. I mean, well, they wouldn't fight me, but and I don't remember if he gave me these before, or I remember using them in hilarious situations or whatever. I'll not say hilarious, but I remember putting them on letters there, or similar ones to that. You know, I have stickers that come from every direction of the continent. I think this is the last one, or no, it isn't. That's not the last one. I think there's an autograph request here. Again, it's another warm day, so I think I'm gonna probably cut out a little on the early side. But I got some awesome trading cards here, soccer cards here to add to my sets here. And these are the only ones that I could afford or did not get outbid on. I tried to grab Manchester United because that's technically what, you know, non-soccer card collectors would, you know, I mean, people who are just starting would, you know, try to, you know, get the best card. It just making sense. But there's reasons why some of these cards are a little more popular, and that's not because they're like veteran collectors and beginning collectors. But we have a 70. Oh, it's the second year. Stuart Pearson. It's got a really rough edge there, but it looks like one that you could just basically barely even touch that with a pair of scissors, and no harm, no party fouls there. I might leave that, but that's why that one didn't get bid on, Stuart Pearson. And that's from like 76, 77 or something like that. Or what was it, 7? Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure what, again, I always get confused. Alex Forsyth. So there's that one there. Again, I was not going for the most, that's a little kind of odd cut there, but anyway, hopefully it's not. And the backs, you know, I'm not sure that they showed the backs in the images. I don't remember that, but really off kilter on the back there. So another Manchester, and I only had like 2 or 3 cards from this particular set. Each one has around 330 cards. So, and there's Liverpool Brian Hall. So I tried to grab ones that did not have bids on them. Some of these I actually paid a little bit more for. Mike Pejic. I have one of his cards in the set after. That's not, I'm going for Mike Pejic. Again, it was one that was not bid on for whatever reasons there. Somebody already had it or they didn't want that. Maybe he wasn't a good player. And then this one here is Sunderland team players with a kind of a pink back there. I'm not sure if that's how that goes. See, they've got pink and they've got, see, they got pink and red there. So maybe that's how that was. It wasn't red. You probably couldn't see. Well, I don't know. We'll see. It does not say. Okay, Tony Towers, Billy Hughes, Bobby Kerr, and Bob Lee. So like super big names. Ooh. But again, that was one I think that went for $1.25. One of these was a little bit more. I think maybe the John Grieg maybe might have been one that I got a little bidding issues there. But John Grieg, Scotland defender. I just cool with all the trophies there. That's really pretty neat. I wanted that card. And this is card number 233. So it's getting, you know, 2/3 of the way set through there. Tony want this card? Tony want this card? That's his name, Tony Want. Or maybe it's not pronounced Want, it's Want or Went or something like that, but Tony Want. So, Want. Tony Want. Tony Want. It's from Birmingham. So there's that one, and again, the backs here. And I just found it funny because a lot of the young kids, youth of today, this is how exactly they look. Exactly. He could have been transported to 2025 there. The guy from, I can't think of the name right now. Benson Boone. Is that Benson Boone? I'm kidding. No, kidding. And this is Joe Mayo. I used to be subscribed to somebody with almost that exact name. Maybe that was his name. I don't know. And then this is card number 178. So this puts me, oh shoot. Let me grab my binder here really quickly here. It should be right here for a second here. I can't remember if this was the binder. I think it is. I took the pages out, but I don't know if I put them back in. Let's see if I can. I put some of them back in. So I have currently for that set 1, 2, 3, 4. So that puts me about 40 cards for the set, which is crazy. Because 9 times 4 is 36, or 7 to 8 to 940. So I'm about 40 cards for that set. That's pretty good. Again, but you know, I still have 290 more cards to get, which is crazy. That's why it's just, you know, so awful. But again, I guess there are a few other cards I could have bid on. But again, the shipping for these cards worked out to $5 about. It's like, $5, that, you know, adds another $5 to my $10 order or something like that. You know, no biggie. You know, because, I mean, I get these from England and probably triple the price there and worse condition. But really happy to get those. And then autograph requests, another one with a recent stamp. They were sent on almost the exact same day. Another Houston TX RPDC. So all these Houston people, I guess. I think this was this a buyback or something? I really don't remember what this was. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. No, it was not a buyback. I just bought this because I wanted to test it. Then I want to make sure I get her name right. I think this is Cassandra Salvaggio, and it's a Benchwarmers card there. Again, these are not ones that I normally go for, but it was in the seller's, you know, kind of scratch and dent weird type stuff there, and I want to get cards signed by just about everybody. Very, very tiny signature there, so it looks like I don't know, it looks like C. Salvaggio or Heart Salvaggio or something like that. Very interesting. And this is one of the more tame ones there. At least it's sports related with the basketball, the Nike basketball there. There's the back of the card there. Sometimes the back of the cards can be very... Justin, the Three Good Nerds, would like that card because he's from Texas. And he also collects some of these. I guess he gets some of these kind of... I want to say oopsie cards, oopsies, you know, and some of them, a lot of the YouTubers have to block out things. There's one YouTuber years ago, he went by Bloodspawn 80, I forget, he goes by House of a Thousand Corpses, hasn't made videos in a couple years, but 90% of the stuff he couldn't show. It was that inappropriate. So there is that one, just kind of hide that a little bit from view there. There's that one there. That is going to finish that up pretty much. I'm going to probably go into town and see if I can pick up a few more interesting little tidbits. I got a nice rebate check from my old, well, anyway, a company that I don't have anything, and I got a nice little bonus there that I was not super expecting, so that gives me a little bit more flexibility, you know, because money sometimes doesn't always come in exactly when you need it, and it was right there. It's like, oh, that's really cool. So I'm not going to go on some crazy spending spree. If I spent $20, I would be shocked. But anyway, care package will be eventually going out. I got some really cool, you know, 90s, early 2000s era postage or whatever that's coming in that I can use for my postcards and whatever. I'm just really having to basically settle down and focus and deal with everything. So, like I said, the only thing that was purchased, you know, on eBay relatively recently that's coming in was actually progress set build type stuff there. So very, very happy to get that in. I'm going through some more cards, finding autograph requests in with what I already have, not buying new cards, or at least trying not to, and thank you for watching.